Namaskaram. Good morning. Welcome back to today's lecture. And in today's lecture, we shall be talking about another aspect of Vedanga, which is called as Kalpa. We talked about Shiksha, phonetics. We talked about Vyakarana, grammar. We also talked about Chandas, which happens to be the rhythm rather in poetry, or prosody as it is called as. And today we shall be talking about Kalpa. Kalpa is what is called as rituals. Maybe it is in Sanskrit it is called as to do or to perform. What do we perform? In the Vedic ages, it is the Vedic sacrifices which are typically called as yajnas that were performed, and there were a number of samskaras which are called as rituals. So how exactly to perform Vedic sacrifices or yajnas and rituals or sanskaras is what we are going to talk about under this video on Kalpa. Kalpa, deriving its essence from Sanskrit root kri, which means to do or to perform, pertaining to the study of rituals and ceremonies as prescribed in the Vedas, focusing particularly on the procedural dimensions of Vedic sacrifices or yajnas and rituals or sanskaras. Kalpa outlines the guidelines and instructions that are necessary for the meticulous performance of these rituals of yajnas and sanskaras, ensuring their correctness, sanctity, and efficacy. It encompasses the practical aspects of ritualistic observance, including the selection of appropriate materials, the precise arrangement of altars, the invocation of deities, and the chanting of sacred mantras. It is comprehensive in its coverage, addressing various types of rituals like number 1, domestic rituals, grahya as they are called as, concerned with the household ceremonies and daily rites. Number 2, sacrificial rites which are called as shrauta, which are related to grand public sacrifices and offerings. Number 3, sacraments which are called as samskaras, involving rites of passage and life cycle ceremonies and so on and so forth. And so, Kalpa addresses critical issues that are related to ritual purity, ethical conduct, and social responsibilities, ensuring that the practitioners adhere to the sanctified protocols and traditions. Kalpa is based on ancient manuals which are called as the Kalpa Sutras. They provide the exhaustive instructions and procedures for performing various Vedic rituals. Prominent among these sutras are Ashvalyana Kalpa Sutra attributed to Rishi Ashvalyana, Sankhayana Kalpa Sutras attributed to Rishi Sankhayana, Latyayana Kalpa Sutra associated with Rishi Latyayana, Parashara Grihya Sutra attributed to Rishi Parashara. Each Kalpa Sutra text is associated with specific rishis who codified the rituals and practicals. The practices within their respective traditions are being laid down by the respective rishi. The subcategories of Kalpa texts could be Grihya Sutras, which include Apastamba Grihya Sutra, Gobhila Grihya Sutra, Bodhyayana Grihya Sutra, attributed to respective sages. Then we have the Dharma Sutras, which are Manusmriti, Yagyavalkya Smriti, Gautama Dharma Sutra, and Vasishta Dharma Sutra attributed to the respective rishis. Then we have the Shrauta Sutras, which talk about the rituals and ceremonies of the Shrauta traditions and Vedas, like Ashvalyana, Bodhyayana, Sankhayana, Shrauta Sutras. And additionally, we observe that the Kalpa Bedha is also included, which includes the minor texts and commentaries that elaborate on specific rituals to offer alternative interpretations, often named after the commentator or the scholar that is responsible for writing them. These are the 16 Hindu rituals that every individual undergoes through, which are called as Sola Sanskar, right? Starting from Garbhadana, and then you have Punsavana, Garbhadana before the conceiving of the child, Punsavana, that when the mother is carrying in the 3rd month, Simantonnaya, 7th month function, Jata karma, when the child is born and the umbilical cord is cut. Namakarana, on the 21st day, on the 11th day, or in the 3rd month, to name the baby. Nishkramana is to remove the hairs from the head. Annaprashana in the 7th month. Chuda karma in the 9th month. Chuda karma is to pierce the ears. Upanayana in the 7th, 8th, or 9th year. Mahatani vrata, Maham vrata, Upanishad vrata, then the Upanayana vrata, Godana vrata, right? And then Keshanta to remove the hairs, Samavartana to go into the Guru's house and learn everything and then come back, and then Vivaha, then marriage, and then Antima Sanskara, Antyeshti Sanskara. All these are the 16 types of sanskaras that every child is supposed to undergo. Kalpa sets forth a structured approach for the execution of Vedic rituals, which involve material selection, Kalpa sets forth a structured approach for the execution of Vedic rituals involving the material selection, which talks about the guidelines for choosing the ritualistic materials or items, altar arrangement. These talk about the instructions for the precise setup of ritual spaces, deity invocation, which tell us the protocols for invoking the deities, and mantra chanting, which talk about the directions for the accurate recitation of the mantras. These aspects ensure the integrity and sanctity of the rituals, facilitating a connection between the practitioner and the divine. Kalpa plays a crucial role in maintaining the continuity of Vedic traditions, embodying the rich heritage of ritualistic worship and spiritual practice in Hinduism. It fosters discipline, devotion, and a profound spiritual connection among practitioners, preserving the sacred knowledge and teachings embedded in Vedic practices for the future generations. Though Kalpa is rooted in the ancient tradition, it continues to be a vital aspect of Vedic practice today. Its principles guide the performance of rituals, ensuring they are conducted with precision and reverence, thus upholding the continuity and integrity of Vedic traditions. Thank you very much for being a part of this video. See you in the next video. Bye until then. Namaskaram.